Aries, this is Amber with Lives in Sync Tarot, and this is your spiritual guidance reading for the month of September. Now, this time in September is all about finding balance for you, okay? About getting the things that you deserve because you're putting in the efforts and now you're being rewarded. You have the Empress in the center as your major arcana card, and the Empress is about nurturing things of abundance, things that grow, things of beauty in your life, okay? Maybe spending time out in nature, but really what I'm getting when I say that is stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? Your overall oracle card is higher power, but it came up in reverse. I just want you to see the artwork on these cards. I love these cards. These are my favorite cards, and they all have a face in them. I don't know if you can see it clearly on this camera, but they're beautiful, okay? And they're the wisdom of the oracle, which I'll read at the end, okay? Anyway, back to the reading. You have surrender and release, and that is about letting things go, and it's time for you to let them go. That's what it is. They're blocking you from nurturing the things that are growing you, so that's why you're letting them go. And I feel like that has a lot to do with the eclipse energy. You have to have trust to accept the changes. You have to have trust to accept that divine energy is guiding you where you need to be guided. You have to have faith. And in order to nurture and grow these things, you have to understand that they have to be let go. So that involves you to have trust. You do have two cards here that fell out. You have Ask and Innocence. Ask is about asking divine energy to assist you through a difficult time, through things that you don't understand. It's not about you having the understanding. It's about you asking for understanding, to understand what divine energy has for you, or God, or your guardian angels, whatever you believe in, your spirit guides. You also have Innocence, and Innocence is about releasing any guilt or blame on yourself, okay? Not reliving the same attitudes. Something may have happened. You may have had a fallback. That's okay. You can continue to move forward. It doesn't mean that you have to stop what you're doing, okay? This is something new, all right? It's something new that's happening in your life. It's something new that you're being introduced to. It's okay for you to mess up and go back. It's just the beginning. You do have Surrender, Stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself, okay? So you do, Aries, have a tendency to be stubborn about some things that you have your mind set on, but this is about opening up to that. You have to understand that just because you have a direction or a vision on something, someone else that you're dealing with or others may not understand what you're trying to do. Don't just write it off. Okay, understand that you do have this tendency, and remain open and honest in your heart. I'm hearing your heart needs to remain open, okay? So just understand that just because something happens or you have a fallback, it doesn't mean that you have to continue on that fallback. You can come back. You have to learn how to surrender and release, and that is a process. Trust is also a process, okay? So for your cards here, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the World card, and you have the King of Cups. So what this says to me is you are focusing on yourself. If you're not, this is time for you to do that. And when I mean that, I mean your independence, your security, your self-reliance, your money. What are you doing for yourself? Is this stable for yourself? It's not about being mean or angry or pushing anyone away. It's just about your own personal growth. You just have to look at it through a different perspective. With the World card, I see an ending. Things are coming to an end. There is liberation from things that are holding you back. Surrender and release Okay, it puts you into the new phase, which is the Fool, and that's about taking a risk. Okay, so it just means that things are coming to your end that no longer serve you during this month. You have the King of Cups. The King of Cups tells me that you have to be emotionally patient through this time. I feel like there's going to be some emotional struggle this month, okay? And you're just going to have to, again, look at things from a different perspective, okay? And get your emotions in order. This is about being emotionally balanced and control. The King of Cups is the king of those things. He is the king of emotions, okay? He is able to control his emotions enough to give love, and it means nothing, pretty much. Okay, but really for you, this is about evening out your emotions and understanding how others feel, but continuing to move forward towards the things that grow you. Okay, it doesn't mean that you are pushing anyone away per se in a negative way. It just means that there are things that you need to do for yourself, okay? And they need to understand that. Sometimes people don't, because when it comes to surrendering and releasing things in your life, people have a tendency to fight back when it's something that they've held on to. So with the Page of Pentacles, you are manifesting something new in your life. New jobs, new career, things that are stable, material existence. You are moving forward, growing is what I'm hearing. Okay, you have the Knight of Wands, and that is your energy moving forward, doing things impulsively, seeking adventure, but be careful with that energy because it has a tendency to be unstable. You also have the Queen of Swords, and that's about cutting through and getting to the truth of the matter. That energy that you have of manifesting, and this new energy that you also have of going forward on something, you need to go through this in truth and organization, not that fire energy where you're just blasting through things, okay? You have to really pay attention and be perceptive during this time, okay? So we're going to go into your Oracle card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And this is higher power. It is conscious contact with the higher power and the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, and committing to a partnership with spirit. Now it did come up in reverse, so I will read that. And it says, now is the time to examine what you are giving energy and attention to in the back of your mind. If you're obsessing about being right, about old resentments or failed expectations, about money, or about any other people, places, or things, these will be the source from which you create. But you want spirit to be your source. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you and is always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share. Turn away from other sources of power that don't serve your highest good. There is no source greater than spirit. You can also surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of. You are in good hands. Thank you, Spirit. So that is your spiritual guidance reading, Aries. Thank you so much for listening. If you would like a private reading, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Just follow the link in the description box below. I love you so much. Blessings on your journey. I love you. Have a good evening.